you admit people in the room. You know those that are coming for the meeting. Can you hear me, Pastor? Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Please, I want to make you the host, so you will now look out for your members and admit them to the room, okay?
It's all right.
Yeah, how was your Sunday service? I hope it was nice.
Super, it was okay.
All right.
Thank God.
Huh? Yeah.
Pastor, please, you are the one hosting general meeting today too, please. I hope you heard. Yeah, please. Yeah, you're hosting general meeting. You know, we are launching South Africa on the 8th, and the Taraba trade fair is coming up. Then Benue State also contacted us that they want us to come and do trade fair for them. So these are the three important information. Then Burundi people. Burundi is part of our French community. They want to launch different from the French community. So all of them will join the meeting today. I want you to find out from them exactly what they want.
Well, like I was saying, so I didn't know that my audio was muted. Actually, the general meeting, I will leave in the middle of the meeting because I have another meeting that is very, very crucial that I need to join regarding the.
Please add people to the room.
Regarding my personal ministry and other things, so I don't think I will stay to an extent of doing that because I've already scheduled the meeting.
It's okay. I'm here and doctor will be here too. But then okay. I'm doing some things at the background. I won't be concentrating on that.
Okay, or maybe if doctor is will be in the meeting, then I think he can as well help out.
Yeah, I think you should.
Earlier, I would have
admit people to the room.
Yeah, I'm doing that already.
Okay.
2 people just joined and they admitted already.
Why are they still showing me that?
Okay. Pastor Amos is there, has joined, and other people are there. Okay.
Engineer Chris, please remind admin members they are supposed to be in this meeting.
I think do we start right away or do we wait a little bit to see if your
members are here, you can start.
Okay. I can say Pastor Moss there. Pastor Moss, how are you?
Bless God. God bless you, sir.
God bless you. It's like it's only me and you that have joined already.
Pastor Amos, good evening, sir.
God bless you, madam.
Welcome.
Good.
Okay, let's just try to give them like a few minutes before we commence.
Yeah, but you know that once we start general meeting, people will start entering. So you will not, you might not have concluded because this is past 11 minutes past your time. General meeting is it's in the next 49 minutes.
It's actually really coincided. The two meetings coincided, but
it didn't coincide though. It didn't coincide. Yeah. This is your own time.
Yeah, I understand. Coincide in the sense that usually we're supposed to have started by now, but they are not joining, and I don't know what must have been the reason. And as we are talking, at the time is still going.
Of course, time does not wait for everybody.
Yeah, we finish on time, and so that the general meeting can commence. Anyways. Okay. 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 Somebody sent me a message asking, is it today? Oh my God. It is well.
It's not easy to be a leader.
Is it today we are having the meeting? Can you imagine? After calling people one after the other and sending general message to people are still asking, is it today? No, it is. It is
next year.
Amazing.
Maybe it's next year.
Somebody even joined yesterday. Tell me that he joined yesterday and and there was no meeting.
He didn't see anybody.
It's amazing, really. However, it's one of those things anyway.
I have noticed that.
In what case scenario?
I have noticed that it's only South Africans that are always asking of our well-being. If you go to South African room, you know, you will see all of them. They have a very good heart. They will always care about their members, about their leaders, always asking of our well-being. And each time they enter the room, you will know that a South African has entered there. The first thing he or she will say is, how is everybody doing? Somebody just said that. He said, good evening, hope all is doing good, you know. So it's good for us to really care about one another, know how each and every one of us is doing. I notice it in South African room all the time. They care about one another so much.
Yeah, even without being told, I personally witnessed that too. They're always in the meeting. Always in the meeting. They are joining more than every other people.
Yeah.
I think it's a mindset of a thing. It's a mindset of a thing.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a mindset of a thing. Some people don't people don't take things very serious. But we are serious anyways. They cannot pull us. We are the one pulling.
Of course.
So, Pastor Moss, I think in the next few, maybe 1 minute or two comments, even if it's only me and you,
No
as
problem.
the European people, maybe maybe they will join when we are already out of the meeting. Then they'll start inboxing me now, saying what was discussed, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, Pastor, please, I want to ask a question. Yesterday,
Okay, go ahead.
I think around 1 a.m. South African time, I sent a message to you. That when I deleted it, I wanted to find out if somebody has ordered for a phone in Italy. So I wanted to know if we should send direct to him or we should send to you, then he picks from you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get the message. The message I saw was the one you sent saying that that the man misunderstood you by requesting for the phone to be sent to him with 23 kringles, which you declined.
No,
You know.
not that one. He has understood the way it works, you know. So now, some of them, if they can refer, they will ask you, if we cannot refer, can we pay extra? And I told him yes. So I think he is paying extra tomorrow. And I don't know, because he's the only one we have in Italy that have ordered. So I was thinking if I should send direct to him or I should send to you, then you send to him. Did you get the message? Pastor?
Yes, I think sending to him direct is far better off rather than sending to me, because if you send to me here, from here we'll send it to Italy, it's like, I mean, it will cost us much.
Okay.
So there's no point. Since you can send it from there direct, it's still the same.
Okay, so I should send it direct to him. Okay.
Yeah, I think that is ideal.
Okay.
Okay, I can see Flourish is already here. And Pastor Amos.
Flourish is Bishop Alex. He's the one that I normally use Flourish. I don't know if there's
Okay,
another.
let the Flourish we are seeing now make himself open, because there's another person that usually use Flourish. That is Simo or Simple, something like that. That's my immediate younger brother. Flourish,
Oh, okay.
introduce yourself. Let's know the right Flourish.
Everybody will answer.
Flourish, let's hear from you. Which of the Flourish is in the house? Because I'm seeing the person, but the place is dark.
Yeah.
Is that Bishop Alex or Callistus?
Should be Callistus. I think I saw something.
Let him speak out. Let him speak out. Let's hear. The person cannot talk.
Maybe the person's audio is not connected.
Mm-hmm.
And if his audio is not connected, he cannot hear.
Let me see. His audio is connected. His audio is connected. I can see it is connected. Every audio is connected except your own video, and your audio is connected as well. It's Chris, his audio is not connected. Anyways, Flourish, let's hear from you. Greet the house. He's struggling with the audio.
Yes.
Hello. Good evening. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Good evening, Don Simo on the forum.
Okay, Don Simo, that is my younger brother. Good. So we will try to change it to Don Simo than using this Flourish so that we'll be able to distinguish you from Bishop Alex. I hope that makes sense. Not now. Not now. Maybe some other time, so that.
Yes, there's something I want to correct there. I want to correct something there. That very Flourish T is the password that I saw in the link you sent to enter this meeting, not my name.
Yeah, you can edit it right away in your setting. You remove the Flourish, put Don Simon, so that we know when you joined every meeting we are holding. Because another person is answering Flourish as well. That is Bishop Alex. And then we have Flourish, our CEO, in the room too. So, okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed. I think Pastor Linus is already there. Galaxy X10. Okay, so let's just have a brief prayer. Father, in the name of Jesus, righteous King, we want to thank you for the privilege given to us to gather together from different geographical locations in this planet Earth. We are here to discuss issues that affect the community and for the progress of the community as well. Lord, our deliberation today, we bring it before you. We declare that it will yield fruit, and the fruit shall remain, all to the glory of your mighty name. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, I first and foremost, I want to appreciate our leader here, CEO, Madam Victorious Flourish. We want to appreciate you for what you are doing in the community. And I see Engineer Chris is in the house already. He is the publicity secretary of a Flourish team.
Baby, why are you crying?
Please let somebody mute himself. When you join, you mute yourself so that the background noise will not distract others. Thank you. Okay. So I see Chris Ewenike too. He is the publicity the secretary of this particular great platform. And very soon our president will join. That is Dr. Anselm. And other people in the house, a lot of people are joining. So I decided to call this particular European meeting. This is, I think, the fourth or the fifth meeting, or the fourth meeting we'll be having. I want to lift our indulgence, to be frank and sincere. Look at when we are joining. It's not the right thing. I know many of us are busy doing one thing or the other, which is very, very important as well. But at the same time, let's take this meeting very, very important. Can somebody hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. They are all
Okay,
muted,
sorry.
so go ahead.
It's just that somebody called my phone. I had to cut it off. Okay, so what I'm trying to say in essence is that let's try as much as we can to be up and doing, to be proactive. Very, very important. You know, and we that are in Europe, I think we don't use African time. You know, we should allow where we are to affect us deeply. I don't see the reason why people outside will be joining before us. It's not the right thing. Let's say the truth and not even the truth. We know all of us are very, very busy. At the same time, I don't know the reason why, but however, let's try as much as we can. So the essence of this meeting is to create awareness. To create awareness. You know, every member, I think in this platform, the European team here, we are not less than 20-something people. But at this moment, it's only 4 or 5 persons that are here already. It's not encouraging. At the same time, I want to say that we have to be proactive, very, very proactive. So this meeting is all about talking to ourselves, like what I had said last week during our meeting, to cite about it once again and open the floor for question. And thank God, other communities are joining us. The leaders are joining us. They are here. So whatever thing you want to ask, you are very, very free to ask a question. So if it's the one I cannot clear, there are people that are here that can clear such question. I want us to move forward. Thereafter, after this meeting, we'll now talk about when we're going to get launched, because others are launching. I think our turn will come very soon for us to do our own launching, launch the platform. Then we kick off from there. I trust my people. It's just that some of them need to be pushed and pushed and pushed. But when they decide to do something, they will come up and do it accurately. So that's what I want to say for now. And I will give room to the 2 leaders that I personally appoint to help me to handle the European team. That is Pastor Kingsley Amos and Don Simo. So both of them, they are the people that I personally choose for them to help, because only me cannot handle it. Pastor Cletus just joined now. Only me cannot handle it. It's very, very necessary that they work the desired aim to actualization. So the next meeting, I'll be citing on that. But I had told our CEO, that is Madam Victorious Flourish, about both of you. So he said, yes, it's okay. So whenever we are due, then I should let him know so that he can now include both of you in the right platform where you begin to get information and get trained. Very, very important. So let me leave the room for Pastor Moss to say something. But I want to say again that our time is limited. We have taken much of our time. We have spent not less than, let me say, almost 40 minutes, right? We will have less than 20 minutes to go. So, Pastor Amos. Unmute yourself. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man of God. I want to appreciate everyone online right now. And I don't have much to actually say now or ask, but sometimes it's better to listen first before you actually act or do any other thing. So I don't have much to say, but I just I believe that with time I know much what I can do. But for now, I don't have anything to say, and I don't have questions.
Okay, brilliant. It's okay. And Pastor Cletus is there. I can see Pastor Cletus already. I can see Pastor the other pastor. He joined us last week. It's like I'm trying to
Pastor Charles.
Pastor Charles, thank you so much. God bless you. So Pastor Charles, and let me give Don Simon a chance to say something regarding the platform. Like as I said before, Pastor Cletus and the rest joined us. Our CEO is in the room. The publicity secretary is here, and there are other distinguished men in the community, and people are still joining. So this shows we are not a small community. We are one happy big family working for a particular purpose. So, Don Simon, over to you. Unmute yourself, Don Simon. It's still not on mute. Let me unmute you. Okay, go ahead. Good.
Okay. Once again, good evening to everyone who have just joined us in this very program today. We thank God for this very platform. Thank you, Pastor Chris Doma Jones, for this very brief introduction that you made from the beginning, with the welcome prayer and the introduction as well, opening the platform. Thank you for everyone who is here. I want to begin by appreciating all of us for what this very platform stands for and what it stands for life. I must retroactive to what we discussed in brief. Last meeting we had, that was last Saturday, if I'm correct precisely. We had a very beautiful meeting, very concrete and precise. We discussed a few things connecting the team and the vision and the mission of the team. And we came to a conclusion that very day. Among the things that were discussed was the mission of the platform, TBC in concrete, which Dr. Jones was the person that gave us exactly the breakdown, what the mission stands for, and what we intend to do and where we are going. And also, virtually everybody in that very meeting gave their view. Then we came to a conclusion that we have to wait, according to what the leader, Dr. Jones, concluded, that the next meeting we will have, which is today, we believe that more people will join to get more information of what we have to do, where we are going. At the same time, that we will bring more information on what and what in concrete to do. So we will come today, that we will brief us. So in a nutshell, in summary of what we did last time and what we believe to have today regarding what we ought to do and where we're going, I think we have to leave it for him to brief us. Because according to him, he said he will bring more information from the top leader to feed us today. So, but in my own view, or rather in my own judgment, I strongly believe that if we want to exactly move this very vision and mission ahead, every hand has to be on deck, everybody has to be involved, and every concept must be hold tight and move forward. Now, in concrete and in summary, I believe that we have to come to a very strong responsibility abiding to move the TBC forward. Because in my own understanding, a lot of countries are already moving forward bringing up the TBC to where it's supposed to be as far. Where we are going now, expanding TBC for people to understand where we are going and the mission. So we here in Europe, the burden fall down to all of us now. So if we here in Europe has to follow up the concept and move forward, it means we have to organize ourselves, come out, do what we ought to do, and launch as others are doing. Not every country, but a lot of countries are following up the suit. I believe that we have to follow the suit and do what is right and move forward. So on that very segment, I will rest my view here. But I believe concretely that we here in Europe are part of TBC community. And I believe that if we call it a belief, we have to come out and do something that we ought to do to move forward. So here I go. Thank you very much.
Somebody should unmute. Pastor Cletus, could you please mute yourself? We're getting feedback. Okay, thank you. Everybody mute yourself. That's important, please. Let's see if the noise can be reduced. Except you are the one talking. Then you can unmute yourself, please. Okay, back to what I was saying earlier before I gave these two people a chance to air their own view. It's not as if this is the first meeting we are having. We'll be having a series of meetings. I think this is the fourth meeting since in the inception of this particular European team. Apart from individual discussions, I used to call people, discuss with them individually. But as for having a Zoom meeting, this is the fourth one. Now, and I thank God our leader is here and other leaders are here. I want her to say something. I want you to hear from others as well. Even though I know there's certain things I ought to say, but I want you to hear from them based on what I said last week. I want you to still hear from them as well. Then we can now schedule when to have another meeting and start implementation. If you have question based on what she's going to share or one of the leaders are going to share, then you can come up with a question, just like what Pastor Amos had earlier said, that for now that he doesn't have any question. And he and Don Simon are the one I personally appointed to help to coordinate the European team. Thank you so much. See you. I don't know if you can give us a little time to talk to us. We would like to hear your voice. That will help us. That will motivate us a lot. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate you, Pastor. I see the great work you're doing in Europe. It's not easy, but the grace of God is mighty upon you. And it's that grace that we capitalize on to do what we do. And I also want to say we don't take the grace of God for granted. We don't at all. So we should take advantage of the grace. There is a grace that is moving this thing forward, and it's the grace of God. So every leader should take advantage of this grace. Every leader should take advantage of this grace. But please, don't take it for granted. Please, don't take it for granted. I want to also comment that likes attract likes. I see there are a lot of pastors in Europe team. I welcome all the pastors in Europe team. Sometimes I used to ask myself, maybe maybe I'm supposed to be a pastor, because I've always attracted pastors. I don't know why. But then I think I will need to specially ask God, why do I always attract pastors? After this time, I want one of the pastors to tell me why. It's not about Flourish team alone. Any business I'm doing, pastors will always flood the place. I don't know. So maybe there's something about pastors I've not really understood. Then talking about the vision of TBC, generally, we all know what TBC admin wants. We just like we have the mind of Christ. If you're a child of God, you should have the mind of Christ. Okay? And you should always strive to be like your master. You know, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was listening to a man of God, and he was talking about the characteristics of our God. You know, our God is a man of war. When it comes to war, he doesn't look at faces when God is going for war. You know, he is also a God of peace and filled with mercy. He has a lot of characteristics, which I know the pastors here knows. Okay, so sometimes when you see me acting like a lion, I'm behaving like my God, because sometimes he is not quiet, you know. And if you have this kind of responsibility, you think you want to take it easy with everybody, I'm telling you, you will not go far. So sometimes people say I'm hard on them, you know, I'm strict, I'm harsh. No, I am not. I am just like my father. Sometimes, you know, we know how God behaves in some situations. Sometimes we know how he behaves in some situations. So I am just representing my father. If I have been strict to you in one way or the other, please forgive me and know that I'm just representing my father. Having said that, we know the mind of TBC admin. You know, TBC admin has created TBC for us. This is a great opportunity. You can never see this kind of opportunity anywhere again in this world. TBC is one of the greatest opportunities on earth, if you ask me, you know, and that is why we are doing what we are doing. TBC is good news. The gospel is good news. So if we are preaching TBC, we are preaching the gospel. If you want people to be liberated from poverty, that is a good news, because poverty is just seen everywhere now. Sometimes we used to think that in United States, nobody is poor there. But you see, when we started growing, we found out that it's not so. You know, so if we have taken up this opportunity to help people come out of poverty, we should know that this is a task from God himself. It is called good news. So if you are part of this team that want to make sure that people come out of poverty, you are in the right team. And what we are doing passionately. You know, we are not taking it lightly at all. We are not taking it lightly. We have the right leaders in the right places. And if the leaders there are not performing well, of course, they know what they will expect. They know that all the leaders and the admin members of Flourish team by now knows that we are not joking with what we are doing. So everybody is taking their responsibilities very, very seriously. You know, and I want to also use this opportunity to commend all the admin leaders, those that have really stood up to this cause. I want to say thank you so much. Then to the European team, you see what is happening in TBC community. We don't want Europe to be left behind. Pastor has been, you know, so encouraging. Pastor is making sure that the European team is not left behind. So I also want to encourage you to support him, to make sure that this vision comes alive in Europe. You know, we want a campaign in Europe. We want to do TBC campaign in Europe. And it takes all of you for us to do this campaign in Europe. We cannot do it without you, you know, and Pastor Chris cannot do it alone without you. He needs your support, you know. So while you're planning on the ground, find out what is necessary, what you need to do for this campaign to come alive in Europe. Please, we want this campaign to come alive in Europe. And once it comes alive, we don't want it to stop until we hit the target. We have a target to hit. And that target is for TBC to get to the economy stage. That is what we are driving at. You know, that is what we are driving at. Yes, we have to meet 1 billion members on the surface of the earth. You know, it takes me and you to hit this target. It takes for example, I was looking at one of the pictures in Liberia, and I saw an old man. This man is very old, and he was among the those that marched. during the campaign. When I was looking at this picture, I was moved to tears. You know, this man may have lived in poverty for a very long time, and now he has seen this opportunity. Please, let's give him this opportunity to enjoy his wealth, even if he has just $100,000 in his TBC wallet. Let's give him the opportunity to enjoy this wealth, you know. And for him to enjoy this wealth is for us all to come out. What you're doing, don't see that you're doing it to just yourself. We are in a campaign to liberate humanity. It's not easy. We are in a campaign. So we are taking this campaign seriously in each country, you know, and we want you to team up with us. If you know anybody out there that is in TBC community in Europe, and this person has long forgotten about TBC, please, this is the time to revive the person back. Call the person back and let the person join us in what we are doing. You know, the campaign is the most important aspect of what we are doing, not even the shopping, not even the store. The store is just a point of contact to get people, because there are so many people that will come into TBC, and the first question they will ask you is, how do I cash out? Now, when you hear such question, how do I cash out? You point them to the store. You tell them that, look, we have a store where you can shop with your coin. And when you introduce somebody, you have a whole 50% to yourself. That person will be encouraged. That person will be moved to join. Like I got one leader in USA today that, you know, introduced somebody in a new member today. She's ready to buy $500 worth of the coin from the person, just because she heard that there is a store. All the while she has heard of TBC, but she was not moved. But when this person told her that, do you know that we have a store now where you can shop? She immediately wants to buy $500 what from the guy. Okay, by now she must have paid to the guy. Now the money is not coming to me, it's going to the guy. It's the same thing that we are doing. This awareness we are creating. Let's say in a month you make 2,000 euro, 5,000 euro. Do you know you can make that in a day in TBC? You can. And this is the reason why we are passionately promoting TBC. You know, this is why we are doing this. You understand? So we want you to sit up, please. Sit up. We know that it's not easy in Europe. You have to pay bills every month. We understand that. Even here in South Africa, bills is every month. It keeps piling. It's not like in Nigeria that once you pay in a year, you relax till another year. No, here, every month, if you don't pay it, you find yourself in the streets, you know. So we understand this, and we know that it is not easy. But let me tell you, only one cell of TBC can take care of your bill for the month. One cell, just one cell of TBC. This is the reason why you should not take what we are doing for granted. The TBC admin has done all he can do for us. So the rest now is for us to, you know, key in and help ourselves. We are helping ourselves, you know, we are helping ourselves by keying in. So if you have any question concerning the campaign, concerning the online store, you know, you can actually ask. The online store has been declared open. We have dedicated it to God. We have declared it open, you know. You can actually start paying for your lunch, which is also a part of your shopping, because when you pay for your lunch, when we have at least 20 paid members, we are going to launch in Europe. It is also your subscription for the store. Okay. The only thing is that we will not give you commission until you have up to 20 paid people. Then when you have your 20 paid people, the next people that will come under your link, you will begin to receive your commission. That is the way we are putting it for all the countries. Is the same way. Because if we give you commission from the 20 people, it's still from that money we are going to use to launch in your country. You know, so I encourage you to start paying for your lunch so that we can do that and much more in Europe. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our CEO. I love to hear from you because when I hear from you like this, you say you're not a pastor, but you preach more than pastors. So pastors. So you can bring somebody down, you can take the person up immediately again. So yeah, you are good at that. I encourage you. That's one of the quality of a good leader. Okay. I want to tell us that actually there's a lot of good news. These are some of the things I cited last time, our last meeting. I'm talking to my European members here in the platform concerning the redemption that will be ending this particular month of the cookies. If you have not done that, try as much as you can to do the redemption, to redeem the cookies. And by November, December will be the last phase of the distribution. This is a good news. This is epic. For me, when I saw that in the blog, I was like, it gave me a boost. I was like, yes, we've been waiting for this economy phase. No more distribution. That is not like Kringle, whatever, free Kringle or whatever again after December. That's a good news. Because people are, it's like, for me, I'm just saying for myself, people are seeing it as, taking advantage of it. And, people, when you give somebody something that, especially within the Black African communities, something they did not labor, they commonize it. They take what they invest their money seriously. So, and the moving into economy phase is a good news for the whole community. So just like our leader have already said, which is one of the vision, it's not just shopping. Shopping is just a little part of it. The most important thing, the shop attracts people for our TBC to become liquid. And the moment our TBC is liquid, I mean, all those stuffs we have in our wallets will be accessible. Poverty will end. A lot of things will begin to come into play. So it's very, very, very important. Just like what she said and what the TBC admin has been saying. Let me tell us something. We that are in Europe, we have to stand up. And we are standing. I'm not saying we are sitting. I want to encourage us to do much more. Let's take it to the next level. I know what we can do here. So I wouldn't waste much of our time. I want to give some people that want to say one or two things because our time has elapsed. The next 5 minutes now, we're out because we have an international conference. So at the same time, I want our CEO to show her face. CEO, we don't see your face. We want to see your face.
Pastor, today I didn't want to show my face because
today my people are here. Today my people.
Okay, let me tell you. I was actually sleeping when Madam Julia called me for her meeting. So immediately after that meeting, I keyed into your own meeting. Right now, if I show my face, I'm tying a hair tie. You want me to show it like that?
No, don't worry. I know you like to put on, arrange yourself, and as a CEO, you look very nice, and I understand you.
I'm tying a hair tie right now.
Anyways, no problem. So you can hear your voice. Maybe we still have time. So I want to hear from Chris, which is the publicity secretary, just briefly, so that we'll not encroach into other time, other platform we want to join. Yeah. Because that's the next leader I'm seeing in the line right away. He is the publicity secretary, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and a happy Sunday to you. Pastor Chris, I appreciate your work, but as always, I can hear your voice. You are doing a great job. And to every other person in Europe, kudos to you people. You are doing great job. And like as my mom has said, we would want to launch the Flourish TBC store in Europe. So hope to meet people in Europe very soon. Pastor Chris, well done.
Wow, thank you. He is the man behind whatever that happens in the Flourish team. You know, at the back office there, he's doing a lot. He's always online to answer questions in the platform. I hope I'm right.
Yes,
Yeah.
and even on our live chats,
Even on our live chat, he's always there.
Yeah.
In case when you log in, you ask a question, he's the person. He is that icon you normally see there. This is the icon man speaking. So he's the one that will answer every question you want regarding the shopping, how to shop, how to pay, how to do everything. He's always there. So even when he doesn't, let's assume you ask question, I didn't respond immediately. Be patient. He's going to respond to you because a lot of people are answering, asking questions in the platform there. I think you want to say something, Chris.
Yes, I want to appreciate you so much for effort. You have been doing great work. And I will also want to encourage you to put more effort to make sure that as many as of people
The network is bad.
are carried along in Europe. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Pastor Amos, you can.
Okay. They talk about registration for the European team, the launching. Can we know how much is it? Because all I know is just the registration for the website. I think it's $100 and something dollars. But this I don't actually get this. So I want to know how much is for that for the launching.
Yeah, it's the same thing. We launch, you know, just when you pay your $110 for subscription into our store, you know, that is actually the money we're going to use part of to launch there, and you also shop from that money. So you also buy what you want to buy from the store. So, but then we expect at least 20 to 25 people to pay so that we would be able to carry out the launch in Europe. So it's the same thing. Then when you finish the payment, your leader is going to be sending you his link. So you register under his link. But we are not giving anybody any commission until you have at least 20 to 25 people registered. After that, when you send out your link, you will receive 50% from the store. Is that clear, sir?
What's going on?
Yeah, I want to know whether it's clear.
Pastor Amos, did you get what?
Yes, it's clear. It's clear. It's very clear.
Okay, I think that's a deal, because I think I would say that we are fortunate in the sense that the previous people that launched it were not like this. You know, fortunate in the sense again is that it's not paying a different fee from launching. This one-time payment serves us for one good year, even for the platform and for the launching as well. Whatever you buy in the platform, that is where the money for the sending of your goods, the admin fee, everything, you know, packed together is that $110. So it's okay for me. It's okay. Pastor Cletus, do you want to say something before we round up and schedule for our main meeting, so that we can begin to discuss on how to get our launching time and other issues? This particular platform for the moment is just to acknowledge ourselves, knowing those who are in the platform, like the CEO and the president, but the president is not yet here, and the publicity secretary has already spoken. So do you have something to say?
Yes, what I want it to be clear. If to us, if it's going to be through cryptocurrency we pay, or we're going to pay with liquid cash, that is $1 or euro, I don't know. because many people don't know if they are going to pay with Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency. So that will be, let it be clear to us so that we can know. Thank you.
That's a good question. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, you can pay if you can pay with Bitcoin, it's fine. If you have your currency, you send it to Pastor Chris.
Okay. Having said that, any other person among the European team who want to say something before we draw the curtain, because we'll be entering next meeting now. Cindy Siwe, I can see you raising up your hands. Did I get it right?
Yeah, she's from South Africa. Cindy.
Oh.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
Very well.
I would like to appreciate everyone in this room.
Wow.
And I'm so happy that I've put my order yesterday and now I've paid for my items successfully.
Wow.
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 I'm so grateful for that.
Wow. You know, a lot of, we are launching South Africa on the 8th. So
Yes.
a lot of them have started making their order. And we will make it live for our members. I trust our leader, the South African leader, Madam Pumza. Are you here? Our great leader, Madam Pumza. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here, ma'am. I'm
here.
Hey,
I love you so much.
Me too.
Can you just talk to the European? Let them know the powerful thing you are doing in South Africa. I appreciate you so much, and I love you, ma'am.
Okay, please, you can unmute mute Cesarele because her background is disturbing.
Okay, let me see. All right, I think she's muted now. Go ahead and talk to us how you have been, you have been leading these people. It's not easy to be a leader, but you are a great one, So talk to the Europe team. They want to hear how you are doing it.
Yeah, I'm starting with greet you of all of you in this house. Yeah, we are very happy about our launch that is coming on the 8th of June. We are still preparing, and I'd like to thank all the team of Flourish about introducing this thing to us. Yeah, yesterday we were met, some of them, of my leaders, they picked their orders and they were very, very happy about the stores.
Wow.
It's all I can say. And one of my colleagues, she make me laugh when I'm showing our stuff in the stores and the price written with the crinkles. She said, I have a magic. What kind of money is this? And I laugh. So anyway, we are very happy about that. And we invite more people. They will come and they see our magic, as they said. So thanks about that, Madam Flourish. If I have magic, I will wish all the members from Liberia, Nigeria, all of them to come here in Japan. So it can't be like that. Anyway, maybe sometimes.
Okay.
It will be like that. Thanks.
Yeah, all right. Well
okay.
Done.
Thank you so much.
I want to commend her too, 100 people in her team are buying the t-shirts. So and I think we are going to have a great road march, because if we have up to 100 people on the road marching, I think it's going to attract a lot of, attention, So I want to commend her seriously for that. So, Madam Pumza, of course, I love you so much, and I always commend you. Well done, ma.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Pumza. And Pastor Linus, I want you to say something if you have something to say. Otherwise, we draw the curtain because I'm getting a signal that the next meeting is supposed to have started by now. Is Pastor Linus online? Galaxy S10. Okay. So thank you so much, everybody in the platform. I want to appreciate you, especially Pastor Charles. You have something to say? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, please.
Hello, Pastor Chris.
Thank you.
Were you asking of me?
Yeah, Pastor Charles, I said you have something to say briefly before we draw the curtain.
Yeah, what I wanted to ask finally is that this registration amount of $110. Why can't they collect the kringy or whatever that we have in our wallet in regards to that amount? And also about the shops. Where last week we had the meeting, we told them they went to the shop or the merchant were going to protest. So I came a little bit late. I don't know whether you have past that stage. So where are the shops or what can one afford with it? That's what I want to know.
Okay, that's a brilliant question. Why can't we pay with Kringles?
Exactly.
Brilliant question. Very nice question. Okay, that is why we are here. We cannot pay with Kringles because no merchant will collect Kringle 100% from us because the Kringle itself is not yet liquid. Okay, it's not yet liquid, and that is why we are here trying to do the campaign to make it liquid in a way that we can now use it to buy things like Bitcoin, use it, you can cash it out with any currency of your choice. So for the time being, it has not come to that extent. That is why we are now using money. You understand? Because most of the things that are going to be bought will be bought by money, not with Kringle. So that 110 goes into different areas to see that the platform is being, the way it ought to be. Okay. So see, or if you want to say something, go ahead so that we can draw the curtain.
Okay, I think we should draw the curtain right now. I wanted to say that even our wallet activation is paid in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Remember,
sure.
we are driving our coin. We are driving our coin. Bitcoin did not just become cashable one day.
Yeah.
It was actually some people that drove it. So what we are doing right now is driving our coin. If we are shipping product to Europe, I don't think we'll have any shipping company that will collect Kringles. They don't even know what Kringles is all about. So please, we should understand that what we are doing is driving our coin. And when you will benefit from this, you actually remember that Flourish team started this. You may not see what we are doing right now, but in time to come, very soon, you understand what we are doing. Thank you.
Okay, my second question is about the merchant. Sorry.
Okay. And what's the question, sir?
About the merchant. Last week you told us that you're going to maybe tell us the companies or where one can. I don't know what we can buy.
Yeah. Okay. For the moment, the merchant of a thing, I later thought about it that is not what we need at the moment. You understand? Why I made mention of the merchant was the information I got from the CEO and the rest of the admin. Now, dealing with the merchant now is like putting the cart before the horse.
Okay.
It does not work that way. First of all, we get organized. First of all, during the next meeting, that is where we're going to begin to discuss on certain things. Then the issue of the merchants will come thereafter. Because the merchants are there, according to the information I gave to us. But we cannot begin to call the merchants in now. We have not registered. Nothing has been done. We are mobilizing ourselves. We are still in the mobilization stage. But the merchants are ahead of us waiting. So pulling the merchants now, I don't think is something necessary.
Okay.
Am I not making sense?
Yeah, my last contribution is this, please, before CEO come in. According to CEO's comment, there's a one in the United States of America who is not interested in registering. But she had or he had that somebody can buy something from the shop, it attracts her. It draws her to register immediately. So if you have that merchant, it will draw people because people like in evidence, things seen, not stories. If you register, you can buy from here, you can buy from here. I believe it's going to help build the organization or the company.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Let me. Okay, go ahead, Pastor.
No, okay. CEO, please. I would like to get clarification from you. I love hearing your voice, please.
Pastor Charles, let me say something before she will come in.
Okay.
Listen, Pastor Charles, you are misplacing two things. I think what you're supposed to know now are the products we have in this website, not about the merchants. Not about the merchants. The product, if I'm to say, that is what is much important now. What are there, which you had asked last week. Now, if we tell you about the merchants, what the merchants are coming up to bring, when you are not on board, it doesn't make sense. We are not telling you what is on board just only to attract you. You must know the concept of TBC first and foremost, why this platform came up. It's not about shopping, it's about publicity. When you get it from the from the grassroots, it helps you. Like as I said earlier, shopping is a part of it, but that is not the main foundation.
Okay.
Go ahead, see.
Okay. So, sorry, maybe if I went extra mile. So may I know the product as you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, sir. We are gathering merchants all over, and the products are sent on our website. If you go to our website, you will see the products we have. You know, for now, any product you see in Nigeria, South Africa, and all countries, those products is available in Europe. Okay? Those products are the products you get in Europe. Right now, we have not started uploading Europe page, the product in Europe page, but when you go to Nigeria, South Africa, and all the countries, when you go on our website, click on Nigeria or South Africa or all countries. Any product you see there is available in Europe. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
And as a matter of fact, we are sending the first products for Europe this coming week. We have somebody ordered for an iPhone, and that also goes to you. If you pay your subscription now, we can send your items ahead before the launch. You understand? You can receive your items before the launch. You understand? So, but we would like the items to be on the day of the launch. So, that's what I wanted to say.
Okay, well understood.
Okay, I think the curiosity is getting down a little bit stage by stage. Okay, so let's draw the curtain close. Thank you, our CEO, for giving us this extra time. We're supposed to end exactly 1 hour time, but we have exceeded that 1 hour, almost 18 or 20 minutes on top. Thank you so much for that privilege.
Can I ask something?
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, please, just a few seconds. What I want to add is this. I think it's very imperative for me to understand exactly what we have at hand. And if that is done, it will help us to move forward more. The TBC Flourish platform, that is the online website and store, it is there. And I believe that if one really wants to know exactly what he or she has and how to go about it, you must have to visit that very website. And once you have that link, there's a lot of information in it. You browse through it, you go through it, all the content in it, and the information is there clear. And once you have the information on your hand, you know it. Then you can still, as a TBCian, pass the information to someone you know or that you want to contact to be a TBCian as well. So without information, you can't move forward to impact another person as well. So the online store, which is TBC Flourish, is there. So all the information, at least to my best of knowledge, is there. So we can go through it and move forward. That is what I want to ask.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Don Simon. And I think we can see the face of our able, CEO. Thank you for even trying to, you try as much as you can, at least to fast put up things and come up in the video. Thank you so much. At least it's one of the importance of being a leader. You are showing credibility, because some people say, we didn't even see the face, so we didn't even see the face. It was a different tool we were talking with, But thank you for defining that moment and did what you did. Thank you so much. So let's draw the curtain. Father, we thank you once again.
Bless you.
We stand in the name that is above every other name. We declare that this particular meeting, our deliberations, help us as we work towards it to actualize this great dream. We give you praise in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Same time
Please,
next Saturday.
We're staying back for the next meeting. Please don't go.
That's one person.
You mean for the Europeans?
Yeah, we just ended the European meeting.
Okay, let's continue then.
Okay, this meeting will be brief. It will be brief. One of the things we want to discuss is let me mute. One of the things we want to discuss is the difference between trade fair and our online store. When we talk about trade fair, we are creating state-by-state awareness in Nigeria. The reason why we choose Nigeria to do trade fair is because we want other countries to also learn. Because Nigeria is a country and we have about 36 states. So we started in Nigeria with trade fair, and we want to make sure that we try as much as possible to create awareness in all the states. We will try, So and the trade fair is different from the online store. The online store launch is the country campaign we are doing. When we do a campaign in a particular country, we are actually launching that country. That is our online store. And we carry out the activities that need to be carried out, like creating awareness, the campaign match, adverts, and all that. We also do this in the trade fair. So we want the leaders in each country to know that as soon as your country is launched, the next thing you do is to start planning for trade fair in different cities. For example, we are going to be launching South Africa on the 8th of June. Now, when we launch South Africa, that is actually when work begins. It's not the time to sit down. Work begins in South Africa the day we launch South Africa. South African leader, Madam Pumza, will now raise other leaders in different provinces. We have Pretoria, we have Johannesburg, we have Cape Town, we have different provinces in South Africa. So it will be her responsibility to raise leaders in these provinces, to begin to do the launch in their province. Because the awareness we are creating must go to the grassroots. Now, after every province have launched, in the province, they will call it a trade fair. But in the country level, we call it the campaign. The campaign begins when we launch a particular country. I hope the difference is clear. Right now, we are actually doing the campaign, the trade fair campaign in Nigeria. After the trade fair campaign in Nigeria, then we are going to launch Nigeria as a whole. We have not done what we are doing in other, like the way we launched in Liberia. We didn't do so in Nigeria. We did trade fair in Imo State. And another trade fair is coming up in Taraba State. After Taraba, we know another state that we're going to be doing trade fair. Then after, like in Benue State, they actually want to conduct their trade fair. You know, they want to conduct by themselves, but they need guidelines from us. So we are guiding them. We're also telling them that it's better they team up with us to conduct the trade fair, you know, because it will be better to do it as a team. But if you want to do your trade fair in your state, I'm talking to Nigerians now, if you want to do the trade fair, you know, without involving Flourish admin, you can go ahead and do the trade fair. What we need is for you to create awareness in your state. But if you know you cannot do it well, please let Flourish admin team get involved, okay? So we try to tell Benue State, because they contacted us and they told us they want to do the trade fair by themselves, but they need some guidelines. We have guided them on what to do. It looks like they want us to get involved. However you want it, we are ready. The important thing is that we are creating awareness, TBC awareness. So once the campaign has been launched in your country, the next thing you're expected to do is to start raising leaders for different province, states, you know, whatever you call it in your country, and make sure that each leader is launching a trade fair, you know, because after the general launch, the country launch, you are expected as the country leader to start raising leaders in different provinces, you know. So that is the difference between trade fair and country launch. You know, if anybody has a question, please, you can ask, because I want us to understand the difference between trade and in each trade fair, we do not really guarantee the only items we can guarantee are those items that you see on trade fair page, because each time we have a trade fair, there's going to be a page on our website. It will be called trade fair. So when you log in there, you'll see the items that will be available for the trade fair, you know. So that is what I wanted to talk about today in today's meeting, you know. Then I also want us to know that the launch, South African launch, is on the 8th, and we've been working, and we pray that God will help us to have a great launch. Also, Taraba State, they are planning their trade fair in Nigeria. Then Burundi is under French community. They are led by Mr. Lukuluku, you know. So the Burundi contacted me yesterday, that's their leader, and he told me that they want to do a launch on, that is, they want to do Burundi launch. We wanted to do French community launch, but they said they want their own launch, you know, Burundi country, they want their own launch. So if you are in French speaking community, you want your own country launch different from the French community, please make sure you speak to Mr. Lukuluku. Mr. Lukuluku is the leader of the French community. Make sure you communicate with him. Let him understand that, you know, you want your country to launch differently. So he will be able to communicate with us, you know. So I think this is what I wanted to share with us today. Somebody has any question, you ask, then we close. Thank you. Okay, the Burundi leader is here. Mr. Jean, can you hear me? All right, if anybody has any question, please ask.
Okay, madam.
Yeah.
Can you explain me on that? When you register a new member, when you register a new member on TBC, before you register a member, after that you receive 2 emails. So now, as we have a link for store, we have to use our link. When I register a new member in my link for TBC store, automatically he or she registered on the TBC.
No. For a new member in TBC coming into the store, first of all, you use your Kringle link, your Kringle Cash link to register the person, activate the person's wallet, okay? Then you now use your Flourish link, Flourish store link, to register the person in our Flourish stores. Do you understand?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I do understand, ma'am. I do understand. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. You are the leader of South African team, and I'm sure you understood what I just said concerning the trade fair, because immediately we launch in South Africa, the next workload will be on you and your leaders. So you will have to make sure that you know you have leaders across South Africa. Make sure that we have a lot of leaders. I know you have a lot of great leaders, you know. So you're going to be making leaders in Cape Town, Pretoria, Johannesburg, Northern Cape. You have to be selecting leaders. On that day, you will have to appoint some of them and begin to commission them to start the work, because each of them are going to organize trade fairs in their various locations, you know, and we will be supporting them. We will be there live to support them, but we will guide them on what to do. So I'm sure you understood that.
Yes, I understand, ma'am. I understand very well. As from now, I've got a member from Cape Town. He wants to buy store. I'm here in KZN. Yeah, I can't receive his stuff from a store to here because he's there by Cape Town. On that way, it means they're supposed to have someone there by Cape Town. I do understand your point.
Don't worry, we will send his own to Cape Town, but is he going to be around during the launch? Because he contacted me, I referred him to you.
Yes, I don't think he's gonna come, but I will ask him again.
If he's not coming, we are going to send his own item to Cape Town. Okay, just let him know that.
Okay, I will find out.
Okay. I want to use this opportunity to introduce Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew, I see you here. Are you here? Mr. Matthew, the National State Coordinator, Nigeria Assistant. Are you here? I thought I saw him. Okay, somebody is raising hand. Mr. Dixon.
I'm here.
Okay, all right, Mr. Matthew is here. Mr. Matthew is actually our Nigeria National Coordinator Assistant, and he is also in charge of shipping. So I want you to see his face. Mr. Matthew, please show your face. You know. So if you have not receive your item. Please, don't let him sleep. Yesterday around 1 a.m., I was disturbing him. He said he will report me to his wife. I say, your wife is my sister. She won't do me anything. You know, I was telling him we need some, you know, we needed an information, you know, and he doesn't understand that this is an international, an international business team. So he said, Madam, it's late now. I say, what do you mean by it's late? The other person that need the information is not late inside. My friend, get up and give me information. He said, Madam, no, I will not. I will do it in the morning. You know, he wanted to report me to the wife. But the wife is my friend and my sister. So I'm sure even if he reported me to the wife that I disturbed him last night to give us information, the wife will not be angry. Oh, Mr. Matthew, was your wife angry that I disturbed you?
No. You only interrupted my sleep a little.
I'm sorry, okay? So we should understand that we need to, you know, these people, they don't even know that it is late. Honestly, they don't know that it's late. So what I do now is when I knock off, I knock off. If you're calling me, you're just wasting your time until I get up for another day work. So, Mr. Matthew, thank you for the great work you're doing already, making sure that people are receiving their items. Please, we want you to continue with this spirit. Please, don't relent. Make sure that people, anybody that orders products in our store, you know, at least should give us 2 weeks, because you should also know that the products are coming from different countries. Like we have a lot of order for iPhones. That iPhone is coming from US, you know. So we should understand that you should give us like 2 weeks to prepare your order and ship your order to you. We have a room, you know, it's called Flourish Online Store Room. That room, we added leaders, the leaders of different countries that have ordered, so that they can actually follow up on their members' order. So we try as much as possible to be orderly in Flourish team. So you also help us to be orderly. Please don't put us under pressure. All you know is that when you order, your product will get to you. By the special grace of God, your items will get to you. And then somebody was asking, you know, how come, sorry, I just saw something on television. Somebody was asking how come he saw a video, somebody testifying about buying an iPhone from the store, and he subscribed and he could not buy the iPhone. I told the person he should have asked the person what he did to buy the iPhone. Okay. This is why we have referral program, because if you don't refer, how are we going to grow the community? Now, the maximum you are to shop once you subscribe is 23 kringles. If you want to shop for products more than 23 kringles, let's say 35 kringles or 40 kringles, you just calculate the number of people you need to refer to increase your points, okay, to 35 or 40. Then you grab the product that you want. It's very simple, you know. So please, we don't encourage you to be lazy. We want you to go out there and bring in people into TBC community. You know, we are giving a whole 50%. It's not easy. Sometimes I even wonder how that's $7. Like we said, the amount is $110. $7 is actually admin fee. $3 is used for transaction fee, exchanging, you know, because we don't buy things with Bitcoin, we exchange it to the currency. When you're exchanging it, when you're transacting, they charge fees. So when we say, and that's $100 subscription, we pay merchants from it. We also do the launching from it. We also do shipping from it. So we refuse to be greedy. We cannot be greedy. At the same time, we give out 50% commission. Come on. This is you should applaud us. You should applaud us, honestly, because it's not easy to do this. It's not. You know, sometimes you work, even some of the admin, they will expect, you know, to be like a lot of them that are not sleeping. They are always working. You can imagine I woke a married man up by 1 a.m., tell him to give me information. You know, you can imagine such thing. So we need to also encourage them. Every week, we are supposed to be at least sending data, internet data, to all the admin. It's coming from that $7. So I don't think it's too much for us. And moreover, we are still going to be maintaining, like there are some features we need in the website. The website guy said he is not doing it until we pay again. You know, so as we are improving, we are also upgrading, and we need money for all these things. So you should try and understand that what we are doing is actually divine. You know, it's divine. So don't complain, please. Just make sure that you follow the, if I call it policy, or the way we have laid down. Please follow us as we move. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I think Dickens want to say something.
yeah, okay. Mr. Dickens, Uganda man, he's really doing a great job. Mr. Dickens, go ahead and say something. Are you muted? Unmute yourself.
Yeah. I greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
I would like to appreciate, especially on that last part that you have explained about the $100, how it is actually spent, because I've had so many challenges here. People are willing to pay, but they put a lot of questions in that. You have done a great job to explain it. Actually, this video is going to be a good video for me to spread to my members in different groups so they can understand why they are paying that $110. Thank you very much, Victorious, for that explanation.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And I have a member who actually paid yesterday, and I think I've sent the proof of payment in your WhatsApp group. You'll check. But there's a question he was asking, that what if before the year ends and he puts in more money? Is it possible, is it allowed for someone to pay another 110 or even more before the year ends as a subscription fee so that he can continue utilizing his payment?
Yeah.
That is the question you wanted.
Yes, of course. Yeah. If like we have one of our members that paid for subscription, and he has finished shopping his 23 kringles, and he want to shop for laptop, you know, and he doesn't have more kringles, and he said he doesn't know he doesn't know if his referrals are coming in now or not, because he really need the laptop. So he is saying he's going to pay another subscription to enable him shop for that laptop. It's allowed. The only thing that is not allowed is, no matter how many times you pay for subscription in a year, it's going to expire in that year. So yeah, when it gets to the next year, you're going to pay another subscription. So it's not going to be rolled over to next year. You understand?
Okay. Yeah, I get it now. I'll take back the information. Thank you very much on that.
Thank you. Pastor Raphael, yeah, you can unmute yourself. You have a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Madam Flourish.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I want to appreciate you for the sacrifice you are making so far. I pray that God is going to grant you the strength to keep doing this for the benefit of all mankind.
Amen.
I have a question to ask. You are talking about anybody who registers under your link, you are given a bonus of $50. You said if one registers, he's given access to boost worth 23 things. And when you refer someone, you have $50 given to you. How many kringles in addition would be the $50? That is, if you refer someone and you are given a bonus of $50, how many kringles could that be? So you know how additions could be done. So you can make your target. You have your target.
Yeah, when you go through the website, our TBC wallet, you can actually put $50 in the TBC wallet dollar area. Then you will see the amount in kringles there. But then the kringles is automatically shown in your back office in our website. You will see the amount of kringles shown in your back office. Okay. When you refer someone, the 50% of the kringles is shown on our website.
It's all right. Well understood.
Yeah. So and all it means is that you are actually sending us that amount. You are sending us that amount of kringles. You will see the wallet address, TBC wallet address, because you are crediting us, and we are also crediting some our merchants. All right. Any other question? You can unmute yourself if you have a question, please.
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Another thing that I want to you to do it is that those members who are doing their orders, some of them they orders bedspread and microwaves. So you can send straight to them, because I can't carry it. I don't have a car to carry that stuff, to keep it. I don't have a place to keep that stuff.
Okay, see,
Please, can you send straight to them?
What will happen is this. When I'm coming for the lunch, I'm going to come with their order. So they will pick it from the venue. Okay?
Okay, no
They will
problem.
pick it from the venue. Another thing is that Madam Tembi has also promised to allow us ship to her so she can keep the items for us in her place. So that's what Madam Tembi said. So if I'm gonna ship before I start coming, I will ship to Madam Tembi's place. But if I'm gonna come with the items, I will come. I will take them to the hotel where I will stay, and I know the hotel will be close to the venue, so that we can have. I'm not driving. I can't drive to Durban. It's not possible. My husband will not let me, so I'm not drive now. So Madam Tembi also promised to make available, so people can go to the hotel. The items will be in the hotel where I will be staying, or we'll have a car to convey the items from the hotel to the venue so that people can pick up their items. There is no problem. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay, no problem about that. Because as I'm using the address where I'm working, because the daytime there is no one where I'm staying. That's
no
the
problem.
Anything
no problem. It's fine. No problem.
Okay.
Any other question? Because
yeah, one. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this one is as far as the registration is concerned, one of the members who paid, it seems he had registered on our website. So when he paid, I tried to help him to register, but then the feedback was like the email is already taken. So I got, but I don't know whether they have replied him in his email. I don't know. So sorry about that.
Is it Justice Doki? Is it him?
No, this is George from Uganda. It's Dickens who tried to help him to register.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, power has gone off. I'm in darkness, but I think you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Please, after this meeting, just chat with me privately. Let me know, okay? Because I don't know who is Justice Doki. Justice Doki.
This is God.
Please mute yourselves. Try and mute yourselves, please. Do we have any other question?
Serious risk.
Any other question?
Yeah, I think I want to ask a question.
Go ahead, sir.
I think according to your statement, you said one cannot buy something worth more than 35 kringis. But you are talking of iPhone here. So how can one access iPhone if you cannot buy them up to?
Let me give you more money.
I didn't say 35 kringos. I said the maximum you can buy is 23 kringos. If you want to buy an item worth 35 kringos, you should accumulate. I think your leader should be able to teach you that more, because we are running out of time.
Okay, then I will get back to him then.
Yeah, get back to him.
Okay.
All right. So, do we have any other question? Bishop Alex, we recognize you. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, madam.
How are you?
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
We are doing good and we are working. We are doing good.
Okay. Yes, I see that you are doing very well, especially, now that you have launched, the next thing is taking it to the grassroots. So we want to see you conducting trade fair, okay? We want to see you conducting trade fair in different cities in Liberia. That is your next task now, to start conducting trade fairs, okay?
Yeah. We're having a meeting next week. I'm just from Bikana, and we just here 8. So next week we'll be having another meeting in Bikana. That's another city or another county apart from Nimba County.
Okay,
so
sir.
we are doing good. We'll soon get on.
Okay, sir. When you need help, you let us know. We are always there to help all our leaders everywhere. Thank you, and I want to appreciate everyone that has come. We have Madam Ofure in the house. Madam Ofure, do you have a word for us? She's one of our top admin in Flourish team. Madam Ofure, are you there? Can you say one or two things to us? And can we see your
hello?
Can we see your
hello?
face, madam? Let's
you
see
can't
your
see my face.
So
you cannot see my face today.
Why?
Where I am, you can't see my face.
No problem. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, welcome.
I just want to commend every one of you for the hard work. By the grace of God, we know we are going to pull through. God has ordained this team to be the team that will take TBC to the pinnacle of achievement.
Amen.
And so together we shall achieve that in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Please do not relent. A journey of 1,000 miles starts by taking a step. And by the help of God, we are going to get there. So please do not relent. Let us keep the flag flying higher and higher every day. Together, we will all achieve greatness under our able and amiable Iron Lady. It's not easy now. Is it easy to handle this thing you are doing?
It's
The
not.
one is strong. She's strong. She's strong. So we give it to her. Thank you so much, Madam Flourish, for the great sacrifice you are making. No rest. Sometimes I private chatter late in the night, go and sleep. I will tell her, go and sleep. You have sat up the whole day, go and sleep. It's not easy. So God is your strength, our amiable leader.
Amen.
So it is well with all of us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Ma. Amen. Thank you so much, Ma. And by this, I think we will call it a day. Pastor Chris will round up, say one or two things and round up with a prayer so that we can,
Sorry, please.
Okay.
Sorry, quickly. Sorry. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
go ahead,
Go
Ma.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a point I had, I almost forgot that some people are trying to organize trade fair on their own. I want to know something. Are they doing it under the auspices of Flourish team or they're on their own?
Well, you see, they are trying to use our name to do it, and because we told them that we want to do this as a team, but right now they are communicating with Madam Julia. So let's
Okay.
hear from Madam Julia maybe by tomorrow and see what she comes up with, because I told them to discuss with Madam Julia,
Okay.
because they already started planning on the ground. They found out that they need us, so they wanted
Okay.
some guidelines. But we told them that they should allow us do it. They should allow the Flourish admin to do it. The leader accepted, so I told her to liaise with Madam Julia. So by this week, Madam Julia should give us the.
Okay. My submission is just that if any country or state want to organize trade fair or have online under Flourish team, some of our leaders must be directly involved so that we know exactly what they are doing. They cannot use Flourish team and no leader will be with them. One of the great admins. So that's my submission.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, noted.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. All right, Pastor
Okay.
Chris. Yeah,
Thank
just.
you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for your time spent. And I really, really appreciate. I want to tell the European team this coming Saturday, by the grace of God, we'll be holding our meeting. That is where some certain issues we'll start deliberating on them and move into actions. So today we didn't have enough time to ask some questions and getting into some certain areas that is very necessary for us to get into and begin to move into action. Please, I would like you to somehow look for other people that didn't come today. Know why. Most of the people in the platform today, about 6 or 7 of us are pastors throughout. Let's look for other people. That's the only thing I want to say. And I would like I delegate Pastor Cletus to end the platform with prayer. Just a short prayer. Unmute yourself, sir.
Let's just pray. Can we pray?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity you have given to us even to know ourselves and to have this wonderful family. This sheep that have ordained it to be, and that is why we are watching to be here. Father, remember, every plan of man lies in your hand. We have a good plans for the masses, for the world, for the earth, for the people, human beings, for the poor people. The Lord is only you that will help us to reach them. We therefore ask, O Lord, for more vision, more understanding of what Flourish team is doing. And Father, for those that have no knowledge of this, that we will be able to understand exactly what we're doing, and so that we can move TBC ahead. In the mighty name of Jesus, I thank you for all the leaders, for all the members in meeting, conference, I ask, oh God, if the time spent replenish, bless them, help us, expand us, and our ministries. In the mighty name of Jesus, we have prayed. Thank you for admin, oh Lord, you have used to bring a knowledge of this unto us. We ask, oh God, for more vision unto her, and we ask also for your strength upon her and her family. In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. God bless you.
Thank you.
Please don't wait to be reminded next Sunday. You know that our meetings are every Sunday. Bye.
Amen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.